Okay. Haribol. So we'll be going ahead with this invocation of Ishopanishad. Very quickly we can finish. We'll have a quick reading, and it's a very small purport, but very powerful purport for this prayer. So I'll give you a just overview of what is basically there in the purport, so that the reading will be very quick. So all of you learned the sloka? Or I've already told you to start learning at least. Start learning. In the coming week, you need to finish the verses which are related with the Ishopanishad. Okay. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Mudyachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Very wonderful prayer or invocation mantra. So, first, the personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. So there's no doubt there is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and He is perfect also, He is complete also. So the word Purnam, there are two things in the meaning. You see, one is completeness, another is perfection. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, or the Supreme Absolute Truth or Personality of Godhead, is complete in itself. There is no scarcity, lagging, anything coming. There is nothing lagging in Him. He's complete. Point number one. And He's perfect. He's perfect. You cannot find any imperfection in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the first point to be understood. The second point is, in the perfectionness, because He is perfect, anything which is emanating from Him. For example, even the material world. The phenomenal world means the world in which you can see, feel. Right now, you're not able to see the spiritual world, right? Whatever world you're able to see, feel, and deal with, the platform in which you're functioning. So that world is an example, one example. Okay? All emanations from the Supreme Lord are perfect because He's completely perfect. So anything which comes out of Him is perfect. For example, such as this phenomenal world are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Even the packages which are coming out of Him are all complete in themselves. They are perfect also, they are complete also. So He is completely perfect. All phenomenal world which are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. They are automated systems, and they are perfectly, like for example, if you take sun or moon, it is going on every day. And great effort is not taken. We will see what effort is taken for that. So this is second. So anything, Supreme Lord is perfect and complete. So anything which is emanating from Him or getting produced by Him, emanating from Him, like for example, even the material world, the world in which we are living, the phenomenal world which we are able to see and perceive, they are also perfectly equipped and complete. This is point number 2. Third, whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. It's also perfectly automated as complete wholes, equipped. At the same time, they are also complete in themselves. Because whatever is produced by Him. Because He is complete whole, even though so many complete units are coming out of Him, so many are coming in the form of His energy, in the form of expansion, in the form of incarnation. So many emanations are coming out of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even though complete units are coming, perfect units are coming out of Him, still He remains the complete balance. It's not that, okay, it's becoming imbalanced because some emanations, some products have gone out of Him. Krishna has some incarnations have come out of Him. So He has become less or imbalanced because Ramachandra is the Maryada Purushottama. So Maryada portion has gone away from Him. So there's an emptiness. No. When Krishna appears in this material world, in incarnations, even as Krishna in Vrindavan. Already he is also existing in Goloka Vrindavan as Krishna. When Yashoda is also appearing here, you think Yashoda is missing there? She's not missing, she's also there. So this is Damodar month. We are very nicely glorifying the Supreme Lord. We should understand clearly, thoroughly the signs of Krishna. So it is not like the rules and regulations and the law which we see in the material nature, law of nature, doesn't apply to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he's complete in himself. So, going further to the purport, we will see beautiful purport. Now, you're going to read it now. So, I would like to say what basically is there in that. So, if you see, you have the Lord. We are keeping him as Krishna. Of course, it can be Gauranga also. Gauranga and Krishna are non-different. But the Supreme Lord is there. So the complete whole, the Vedas indirectly only speak about Krishna. So that is one negativity. That is why Vyasadeva was dissatisfied, and direct glorification he is doing in Srimad Bhagavatam. So the complete whole, the Supreme Absolute Truth is there. And the complete absolute truth is emanating or exhibiting in three features: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. These are the three features. So, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Video. Rajeshwara Prabhu has come to bless all of you. He just landed yesterday to serve Guru Maharaj. Say Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Go on, go on.
Hari Bol, Prabhu.
Hari Bol.
Okay, so my friend, philosopher and guide. Okay, so we have the Supreme Absolute Truth is appearing in three features: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. And the Brahman portion is the impersonal effulgence coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Paramatma is nothing but localized aspect of the Supreme Lord. And third is Bhagavan himself with a form. The Paramatma is also form. It's not impersonal, it's form, but not complete feature. He's not exhibiting the complete feature. So as Bhagavan, he's exhibiting the complete feature. So the Supreme Absolute Truth has mainly three features. He's made up of three features, three ingredients, we can say, like Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Full, incomplete, and imperfect. Sat, Chit, Ananda, Vigraha. This is the definition. Sat, Chit, and Ananda. So that is the primary topmost Ishvara, above whom nothing is there. He's the root cause of everything. Before him, nothing existed, and is the starting of all the creations. Everything is coming out of him. And if you see anything missing without him, that is illusion. Because there can never exist anything without Krishna. So that Supreme Absolute Truth, that Supreme, is Sat, Chit, and Ananda. But in Brahman feature, which is the impersonal effulgence, only his Sat feature is, okay, what is the Sat, Chit, and Ananda? What does this mean? Sat means eternity. Eternal means permanent, ever existing, never destroyed, always existing. Eternal means no death, no birth, no old age, no disease. Always existing. That concept is not there in the material world, because everything has a beginning date, expiry date, and there is a duration in which it dwindles and dies. Let it be human body or let it be for any matter. No, this is very strong steel, unbreakable. But one point of time, time will destroy. It will destroy. Everything in this world has an expiry date, including the world. The universe is undergoing a dissolution, a destruction. So Lord Shiva will dance. Brahma is there for creation, all of us know. And Vishnu will maintain like mother and father. He is the most kind. Krishna himself expands as the complete unit as Vishnu and maintains. And then Shiva, he is employed for destruction. So destruction is mandatory. The time will destroy. Let it be anything. The time duration may be different. Ada Indra Kopam, Ada Vendra Indram. So you have Indra Gopa, which is smallest minute microorganism. Small insect is called Indra Gopa. From Indra Gopa till Indra, everybody has to undergo death. Of course, they have birth also, death also. There's a starting and ending. It's not Ananta. Ananta means always existing. When is the birth? When it started? It ever exists. There's no starting date, sorry. So that is possible only in spiritual world. Only in spiritual world, which is eternal. 1 second, sorry. Okay. So it is possible. So here, if you see, that is eternity. So all of you understood what is eternal. Eternal means ever existing, never destruction, no destruction, permanent. And no starting date, no ending date. Always will exist. Bas. Who are you? I'm spirit soul. What is the birth of the spirit soul? Always have existed. Where is the death of the spirit soul? Spirit soul doesn't die. So we are eternal. Same way, the Supreme Lord also eternal. And the spiritual world is eternal. So material world is temporary. Material body is temporary. Soul is permanent. Spiritual world is permanent. So this permanency is called eternity. Second, Sat Chit, Sat. That is why we tell that Satsanga. Satsanga means talk about something permanent. Don't talk about something temporary. Or associate to talk some permanent subjects. Not temporary subjects. So this is Satsanga. Asatsanga Tyaga ye Vaishnava Achara. What is the Vaishnava Achara? Asatsanga Tyaga. So this is eternity. Second is knowledge. The knowledge means the Supreme Lord is complete in his knowledge. How much he is complete in his knowledge? Unlimitedly. Everything he knows, there is nothing he doesn't know. Abhigya Swarat. Abhigya. Abhigya means, Jna means knowledge. There is nothing he doesn't know. There is nothing he doesn't know. In this portion only, there is some, we have a concept of Radha and Krishna are complete form. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is complete because Krishna is telling, I don't know how the gopis are loving me, how Radharani is loving me. So I want to become Gauranga. So he is Gauranga, he is not different from Gauranga. He takes another form. Same Krishna is taking another form, that is Gauranga. To know. So there is nothing, now he knows devotion also. Krishna is complete in itself because when he came as Gauranga, he knows devotion also. There's nothing he doesn't know. He knows what is going on in our minds. We may think nobody will know what I'm thinking inside my head. Krishna knows. Krishna knows what Brahma is doing, what Shiva is doing, how the creations are happening, millions of universes, what is happening in Vaikuntha, which devotee is offering flower, which devotee is doing what. Every single thing he knows. And he is the actually source. He is the one who created everything. So this is Sat Chit. So Chit means knowledge. We are also Satsit. Anything which is coming out of Krishna is complete in itself. So we are spirit soul, we are part and parcel of Krishna. We are also complete in ourselves. But if there is any incompleteness, that is due to our wrong activity. We can become complete. We'll see in this purport how we can become complete. So Sat, Chit, and Ananda. Ananda is bliss. It's not the happiness which we derive in the material world, which is temporary. One day I'm happy, one day I'm sad. Sometimes, no, when I was in college, when the girls are all laughing, so some girls say that they have a sentiment. Hey, too much, don't laugh too much. I'm laughing too much today. I don't know when I'm going to cry. They say this. Then I say, you laugh too much, that means you are going to cry. But now we understand very clearly in this world there will be happiness, then crying and sadness, and this always eternally happy, always blissful. Bliss is some experience of the soul. It is not the experience of the body where temporary things you get and temporarily become happy. That is what not that is. When spiritually when we get, then that is called bliss. So Sat Sid Ananda. So the Supreme Lord is of Sat Chit Ananda. That is eternal, ever existing. Second, full of knowledge. Third is full, complete bliss and happiness. That happiness, unlimited in quantity, is called bliss, non-stop. And of course, we cannot say it's spiritual. The word happiness is used for material. So, but it is in the side of happiness for you to understand. This word is used, bliss, blissfulness. So when the Supreme Absolute Truth, Krishna, who Sat Siddh Ananda Vigraha, a form, Vigraha, he is exhibiting in three features, Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Brahman is Brahma Jyoti. So many of the Mayavadis or in India, if you ask who is the Supreme God, then they say Jyoti, Brahma Jyoti. Like this they may say. They are from Mayavadi background or they may be impersonalists. So this has become very famous because of Sankaracharya. He promoted this. So this Brahman feature. But this Brahman feature, it's not wrong. The light coming out of Krishna is also complete in itself. It is complete whole and it's perfect in itself. But in what way? Only Sat feature, eternal feature is existing there. Nitya, always. Nitya, always. That is the word which refers to eternity or Sat. So Brahman ever exists. The light, bas. But if you take Paramatma feature has Sat and Chit, which is eternity and knowledge. Both are there. So what is the knowledge? He has personal small form, and in the Vishnu form, he is executing activities. So anybody who worships Paramatma will think of a form of Vishnu in a form manner. So there is some knowledge of the Supreme Lord also. So in Paramatma. But in Bhagavan feature, all Sat, Chit, Ananda, all the three are there. That is the original representation of the Supreme Absolute Truth in the personal form feature. So that is Satsidananda. That is why Ishvara Paramakrishna Satsidananda Vigraha. Anadir Adi Govinda. Anadi means there's no Adi for him. Govinda doesn't have Adi. Everybody has an Adi. If you consider yourself as a material body, then you have Adi, your father, father's father, father's father. You came from your mother's womb, but it came from father's semen. Then your father has a father, has a father, has a father. So there is some Adi for everybody. Brahma has an Adi. Vishnu has an Adi. Narayana from spiritual world then expands. Then who? Then we have Chaturvyuga, then Balram, then you see Krishna. And Krishna comes from whom? You cannot say Yashoda, only for Leela. But otherwise, he Anadir Adi Govinda. If you call somebody as Anadi, there's no Adi. Even if you see, spiritually speaking, I am spirit soul. And even in that, even if you consider where from I came, even spirit soul emanated only from Krishna, we are part and parcel of Krishna. Even if you consider us Acharya Parampara, I am disciple of somebody, and he is disciple of somebody, Brahma. Then Brahma has Guru, Mahavishnu, and then like this Parampara. Also Krishna is beginning. So Krishna is the beginning of everything. And he doesn't have a beginning. So Anadir Adi Govinda. So is the Sarvakarana Karanam, everything. So here, the word, the complete whole or the Purnam represents Krishna or Gauranga, represents Krishna. So this we should understand very clearly. Supreme Absolute Truth has three features, Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. But Brahman feature is the impersonal effulgence that represents only Sat feature or eternal feature. Paramatma represents Sat and Chit feature. And Bhagavan is the complete personality, Sat, Chit, Ananda. All the three are represented by him. Now going further into how, and okay, then whatever is coming out of him is also complete in itself. So that an example I'm going to give you here, like a mission part, Prabhupada is giving in his lecture related to that. So we are not deviating from the book, okay? There are so many, but certain lectures I'm taking. So if there is a missionary, how do I understand this sloka? I am part and parcel of Krishna. I am spirit soul. So anything which is coming out of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is complete and perfect because he is complete and perfect. If I have come out of him, I'm separated part and parcel. That means I'm also complete. Point number one, I'm also perfect and complete. Second, he doesn't lag anything. He doesn't lag anything. So first, to understand the first one, Prabhupada gives sometimes the example of a machinery. So you have a machine like this, and it has many parts. Okay? But, so the part is valuable only when it is attached to the machine. Let us take an example. There are many things here, cross-light compound, so many are there. Let us take a simple example of a screw. Screw. A screw is fixed here. A screw is fixing some part. A screw is there in the machine. Now, is the screw perfect? Yes. As a screw, it is perfect. Then only it will fit into the machine. The machine is working perfectly fine. But in case if the screw is falling down, immediately the operator will replace it. It is somewhere it is fallen. So immediately the operator will replace it with another screw to run the machine. It will keep running. But the screw which is fallen, it will not be of any use. When the person comes for sweeping the factory, he is going to take the screw and throw it in the dustbin. But if the screw is found by the same owner, and then or the operator, the machine operator, he says, okay, I'll fix it with the machine. Then the screw becomes useful. Without the machine, the screw is not useful, but the machine will keep going on. It's a very simple example. We cannot as it is match it with this, but Prabhupada is giving a simple example so that we understand. So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not becoming incomplete by losing, means you not worshipping him or whatever it is. He is complete in himself. We cannot exactly compare it with the machine, but we can compare it only for the screw portion. The screw portion, when it is fallen away, it is useless. But when it's attached with the machine, it is useful. So same way, the every part of the machine is perfect. If you take a car, the car has many parts, and each of the part is valuable. In so far, it is attached with the car. You can see some tires, no? The tire is very nicely maintained by the owner of the car. And they see to that there's no puncture happening. They don't take very hard roads. But as soon as the tire is gone out, then you'll see some children playing with the tire, or some it is just lying down in out of some mechanic shop, and people are sitting on top of it, and it's a junk. Sometimes they burn the tire. We can smell so much. Then what is it that the tire is burning? The rubber is getting burnt. Useless it becomes. Same way, when a spirit soul is also complete emanation which is coming out of Krishna. And insofar we are attached with Krishna, then we are valuable. And if we are detached from Krishna, we are not useful. We lose purpose of our existence. So this is insofar spirit, we as spirit soul are concerned, we are marginal potency. Another potency is that is external potency. So if you see, there is an external potency, that is Krishna's Bahiranga Shakti. Krishna has three energies: Andaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tatastha Shakti. We are Tatastha or marginal energy. Krishna's external energy is this material world. Krishna's internal energy is the spiritual world. So he has three energy apart from his expansions, incarnations. He has mainly three energies: internal, marginal, and external energy. Internal energy is completely surrendered and is serving Krishna in an Ananda way. Radharani, all the Lakshmis coming out of Radharani, all of them are perfect in nature, and the spiritual world is created. Now everybody is very nicely serving Krishna in some capacity. That's also perfect. External energy is also perfect. Like I told about marginal energy, which is the Jiva. Jiva is also part and parcel of Krishna. Insofar it is relating with Krishna and doing devotional service, then it's valuable. So internal energy, perfect. The marginal energy becomes perfect if it chooses to serve Krishna and stay with the mission, stay with the whole, connected with the whole in love and affection. Third is the external energy, which people say Durga, external energy, Maya, this material world, nothing. It's complete and perfect in itself. Why? Because it emanated from the complete whole. There cannot be imperfections, and there cannot be any incompleteness. Sun, moon, stars, everything is going in circle. Brahma is doing his duty. Everybody is perfect. Only we are not cooperating. We need to cooperate with Krishna. So it's automated. So emanations. So you have three modes, which is part of material nature. That's also the jivas who are not under control of Krishna or indirectly under control of Krishna. How? By these three modes of material nature. So all the emanations come out of Krishna. For example, you have Purusha avatars like Garbhodara Sai Vishnu, Kshirodhara Sai Vishnu and all. Then you have many expansions, Matsya avatar, Kurma avatar, Mohini, Narsimha, like this. Still Krishna stays complete. He's not lagging anything. He's complete. And every of his incarnations and expansions are complete. At the same time, Krishna also creates material world, and material world is also complete and perfect. And we as spirit soul are also complete and perfect insofar we are connected with Krishna. If we get detached, then we are useless. We are a waste jump. So having said this, this is the overview of the first. So all of you got it? Any questions or comments?
Mataji, where do we belong, Mataji? Marginal or external, Mataji?
Yeah. We are 100% marginal potency.
Marginal.
We are jiva. We are not jada.
Okay.
So living thing in this world, living thing and non-living things are there. All the non-living things which you see are all external energy. Krishna is explaining this in Bhagavad Gita. Bhumir appo analo vayu kammanor buddhirevacha ahankara iti amme binna prakriti rakta. So prakriti is three prakritis. Jada prakriti, jiva prakriti and andaranga shakti. So we have andaranga shakti, tatastha shakti. Tatastha means middle. We are like a cat on the wall. We can live both in spiritual world and material world. We can fall down like a cat is there. It can decide to fall on that side of the wall or this side of the wall. Same way, we are tatastha or marginal potency. We are in the middle. We can choose by our free will to stay in the material world or to stay in spiritual world. But spiritual world is our home. Why? Because Jada Prakriti is made up of Bhumi, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego. These are all matter. Matter is not only Panchabhuta. It is 8 elements, including mind, intelligence, and ego is matter. We are spirit soul. We are jiva. This jiva is Satchitananda. Spiritual world is also Satchitananda. So that is our home. That is why it's a natural constitutional position. We are Tatastha Shakti. So Krishna's marginal potency. We are jiva. And Andaranga Shakti is Vaikuntha planets, Goloka Vrindavana, and various Vaikunthas are there. All those Svetadvipa, all are spiritual world. And they are all living in Satchidananda. There is no birth, death, old age, and disease there. Material world, the matter, it has beginning and end. It has destruction and creation, destruction, creation, pralaya, and then utpanna. It gets created. Srishti. Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Sakti Rekha. That is Durga. So Durga is in charge of that. And Radharani is in charge of the spiritual world. And her expansions like Ashtasakhis and then further expansions like Lakshmi Devis, they are all in charge of that spiritual world, Prakriti. So with 3 Prakriti, Krishna has. Andaranga Shakti, middle Shakti, and we are in the middle Shakti. So now we have made a wrong choice to stay with the Jada. And whatever the Jada Sarira undergoes, we undergo. The Jada Sarira has a beginning and end. There's a birth and the death for the Jada Sarira. But what is our nature? I'm spirit soul. I'm not the body. The spirit soul has Sat Chitananda. So I am eternal, but I'm sitting in a destroyable mission. So we have come into the inferior nature. We belong to the superior nature. We are marginal, medium. There is superior nature. When we take shelter of the superior nature, that is devotional service to Krishna, we enter into a body. It's not enter. We have a Siddha Deha and will attain it. But here, what body we are attaining is temporary in nature because we chose to live in the material world, in the Jada world. So we are a living thing. We are living inside a non-living thing. And the non-living thing undergoes so much trouble. Even a small pin, if it take and prick needle, what will happen? Injection. As soon as doctor, first thing is, we are not feeling comfortable. Oh, doctor will cure me. First thing is there will be. So it is simply disturbance. We are entering into the lower nature. Got it? Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
Mataji, you said that we are also complete in ourselves,
Yes.
except for if there are incompleteness, it's because of our faults. Can you explain?
It's an illusion. Our incompleteness is an illusion. Because, yeah, very good. Because of our faults. Okay, tell me. What is the question?
No, Mataji, I want to understand it more.
And the fault is nothing but detaching ourselves from Krishna and misidentifying ourselves with the body. We are thinking wrongly that I am body. I belong to the material world. I am such and such identity. So this identity, misidentifying yourself. So there is a true ego. The true ego is mameti. Who am I? I am spirit soul. I am eternal servant. Jiva Krishna Das. I am Jiva and Krishna Das. This is correct identity. But if you identify yourself with the body temporarily, now I am a Hindu, I am an Indian. So when there is a cricket match, yes, India, India, India. Next life I will be born in Pakistan. Then I'll say Pakistan and Islam is a great religion. It's a great country. Pakistan is a great country. In some next life I'll be born in some Indraloka. Then I'll say the Indra is very good and all this planet is very good and we have to defeat all the Ashura. And next life I'll be born in Ashura. Then I'll say Bali Maharaj and some other, maybe some other person is a very, very good person. This Indra is snatched away. Everything he is only enjoying. A little bit why he is not able to give. Come, let us wage a war on Indra. So we identify ourselves with the group or identity. So this Sarva Upadir Vinirmuktam. This is Upadi. Upadi means a disturbance or identification, misidentification. So this misidentification of the temporary body is the crux of the problem. Okay, if you identify yourself as a spirit soul also, it's naked. That people say, no, that nirvana you are taking, because you don't know what to do as Satsidananda Vigraha. Okay, I'm not the body, I'm spirit soul. Now what should I do? Spirit soul means one light up, going like this in a Atma, some serial, some movie will come, ghost, Atma. So when we hear the word Atman, it's very naked in itself and it doesn't have a form. But it's not like that. We have a form. The form is Sat Chit Ananda, made of not earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. But our body is made up of Sat Chit Ananda. So this misidentification or separating from the mission is the problem. From original Krishna. Once you become Krishna conscious, you become complete. Very, very simple. You're complete only, but you'll realize you're complete, right? Your completeness, the budding flower is there when it blossoms fully. Then it's said to be complete. So we are actually complete. But in illusion, we are thinking I'm the body. So all the inclined 4 defects are coming to us. So there is a difference between conditioned soul and liberated soul. We can get liberated like this. By chanting Hare Krishna, by worshipping Krishna, by performing any of the devotional service, immediately it liberates a person. And that moment onwards, you are really living yourself. The moment you perform devotional, any devotional service, the devotional service awakens that life in the life. You're a life, you're not matter. That is the speciality, special power of devotional service, which is not possible by yoga or jnana, reading so many books. 9 processes reading is so many books is not mentioned. And dhyana is not mentioned. Remembrance is mentioned, but not dhyana. So only devotional service can awaken the original you. You are very beautiful. You are wonderful, Satsidananda. But the original you can be awakened by devotional service. And when we read the purport, you will understand very nicely regarding this.
Mataji,
Is that okay?
Yeah, just one more question, Mataji. One
Any
side
other
we
questions?
say, yeah. Can you hear me, Mataji?
Yes, very lightly, but I can hear.
Oh, Mataji, we as one side we are saying that we are conditioned soul and we have 4 defects. In the other side, we are saying that we are Sachidananda, we have our Sachidananda form wherever
Yes.
we are. Even now we have, and we are illusioned.
Yes.
So, are we trying to say that if we get out of our illusion, then we get free from our defects? Even now we can.
Yeah, there are so many Jivan Muktas like Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. You have a full altar filled with people, you have pastimes filled with people. And of course, in our moment, when we keep going, we are certainly getting liberated. But if you know that, you may become puffed up. We are performing devotional service, chanting Hare Krishna, we are getting liberated. But Krishna may not let you realize it because you may become puffed up. You have not fully come out of the condition. But when we are preaching to a new person, we certainly say that we have 4 defects. Like, for example, I am taking class to you. I am initiated, and 25 years, more than 25 years, I am practicing Krishna consciousness. And I am initiated twice, Brahmana initiated, and now I can, when I am speaking this class to you, oh, I have 4 defects. I am very humble. Prabhuji, I cannot speak. I cannot say this, right? We get authority, but that is not proudness. I'm not going into the public and telling I am the great person. I all follow. Yes, no. Genuine crowd in a required, like a peacock, it opens the feather only when the cloud appears. So only for the Shyamasundara Krishna, this peacock should open the feather for Guru and Krishna, not for name, fame, glory, position, followers. So in the material world, we have 2 people. That is the difference. What is spiritual world, everybody is liberated. But in material world, there are 2 kinds of people. Correct? One is conditioned souls, and very, 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 very rare minimum liberated souls. Now Acharya Parampara has come, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this offer of devotional service, that we start practicing devotional service as devotees, and we are getting liberated from the clutches of Maya. We are getting liberated. So as devotees, we are getting liberated. So I cannot say I have 4 defects, I won't talk. I'm talking. Even though I have defects, I'm repeating that which is spoken by the non-defective person. Prabhupada is without defect. And I'm repeating that. I have the authority to repeat. I'm initiated in that parampara. I'm surrendered. And I read. I'm not telling from my own mind and some other book and some other book. I'm not referring to some Veda, some Manu Sastra. Prabhupada never wrote Ramayana. I am not referring Ramayana. I'm referring to that's what Prabhupada, one person in Prabhupada's class, he asked, have you seen God? He challenged. That was a foreign country, and it's a very early times, and Prabhupada was giving lecture from the stage. So from the crowd, one crazy man, that time many drug addicts and all were there. So he lifted the hand and said, oh, why you are coming and giving lecture? Are you perfect? 2 questions he asked. Have you seen God? Are you perfect? Then Prabhupada, he answered, yes. Because I'm following a perfect person, I'm perfect. He remembered his Guru Maharaj immediately. Yes, I am following a perfect person. So I am perfect. And yes, I have seen God. I have seen a person who has seen God. The eyes which saw God. For example, I am seeing my Guru Maharaj, Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj. Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj personally served Prabhupada with his own eye. That eye in which Prabhupada is existing, I am seeing. And Jayapataka and Prabhupada has seen Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, I am taken instruction and fulfilled and sincerely served. And he has seen, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has seen Gaurakishore Das Babaji Maharaj. Gaurakishore Das Babaji Maharaj has seen Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Bhakti Vinod Thakur has seen his Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj has seen Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur has seen Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has seen Rupa and the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and then Rupa and Raghunatha, they have seen. Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, Raghunatha has directly seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself. I am seeing the eye. That eye has seen. That eye has seen God. That eye which saw God's all pastimes. Brahma, he has seen. Brahma has seen. Mahavishnu has seen. He has seen Mahavishnu personally. Brahma. Brahma, when he came as Haridas Thakur, he lived with the Lord Chaitanya in Puri. And he's my Guru's Guru. So I'm connected with the disciplic succession. I get empowered. So when you get initiated, and when you're sincere disciple, serving sincerely to spiritual master, getting his instruction and living for that purpose, then you become liberated. So as you said, we are also talking about conditioned soul because you're preaching to new people who are not even initiated. Some people have not even seen Guru. So they are conditioned by 4 defects. They are supposed to listen to my class. I am the authority. What is my authority? Individually, I am a big useless. Individually, I am a waste junk. But my spiritual master is my authority. My spiritual master's teachings and Prabhupada's teachings are the authority. So we become beyond, this was almost out of defect. These teachings are almost out of defect. I may have some contaminations in me where I'll put my own points or something, then that portion is of course contamination only. But when I'm conveying as it is, there is no contamination. It is like a ripe fruit is there on top of a tree and the person is standing down. Somebody has to deliver. A child is standing down. The child cannot climb the tree. It's a helpless, weak. But it wants to eat the mango. So how will we give? So there are some people sitting in the tree. The topmost one person is very strong person is just sitting next to the fruit. He is taking it and he cannot throw it on the baby. It will break. So it is handing over to another person, and that person is without disturbing it, carefully taking it and as careful as possible because it's flowing with nectar. Handing over to another, and then whoever is the nearest to the child will hand over that fruit to the child. A child is a conditioned soul with 4 defects. It cannot see things as they are. But the Acharya Parampara is the one unbroken chain where they are carefully handing over this knowledge in the disciplic succession so that some new person can take this up. Non-devotee can take it up. So, but it has to be delivered as it is without disturbance. So the persons who are handing over, they are beyond the defects because they are connected. But the person who is receiving, he is with the defects. So we are telling him, people ask us a question, why should I read Bhagavad Gita? Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. There are so many Bhagavad Gitas. So we say he is coming in Acharya Parampara, beyond all defects. Prabhupada, you have to establish the authority of Prabhupada, no? Why should I read Bhagavad Gita? Who wrote it? Vedas, all this Veda and all, I don't believe. So in order to refute their argument, this 4 defects are given. You got it, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Or you still have any questions? We
No,
means in this world, there are devotees also like Acharya Parampara. So will you tell them they are with defects? They are not with defects. They are the authorities. And if you become a devotee and if you get connected with Acharya Parampara and sincerely preaching, you are also authority. So you are beyond the defect. So you can explain because you learned it from the authority properly. Especially Prabhupada books are our base. Books are the basis. We don't talk from so many places. We talk from the books. So, of course, there are 4 defects. The material world is filled with non-devotee people. So they cannot know truth as it is. So they have to go to Bhagavatam. They have to go to Bhagavad Gita. Okay. I'll directly go to the book. I don't want any person. Sorry. From the book also you cannot learn. That book has to be delivered by Acharya. So 2 things. Both the Vedas and the Acharyas, both are required. Not simply by having book in hand, knowledge, okay, I will know. In which book it is there? Sometime when I take some class, oh, very nice, Mataji. In which book? Which book? It is there. So who translated it? So that person's, we want Prabhupada's books, not information. Not just gathering information and reproducing information. Empowerment comes from initiation and surrender and service. Then one becomes liberated. In the material world, Jivan Muktas are there. Liberation doesn't mean you need to die. You can live in this world liberated. The Prabhupada said, fish, but don't touch water. You be a fish, but don't like it. See, but of course, that is given for some other reason, like a lotus leaf is there. It is living in water only, but water cannot touch it. Same way, they live in the material world, but matter cannot touch, like Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, Acharyas. Matter is not touching them. So, when you consider yourself as a body, you have 4 defects. When you consider yourself as a servant of Krishna, spirit soul, not simply spirit soul, servant of Krishna, then you are beyond 4 defects. Krishna will make you an instrument, and like Arjuna, without any defect you will perform. Success or failure, both are glorious. In that case. You got it, Prabhu? Can you repeat? Can you say, did you understand? What did you understand?
Yes, Mataji. I mean, we are, we are spirit souls. As long as we realize and stay as a spirit soul, we are not illusioned. But even to not being illusioned, we need to be in the spiritual path. Being in spiritual path means that we are connected to Guru Maharaj or Guru Parampara, and we are following the instruction of Guru. And even if we consider that we are liberated, we cannot be considered as liberated until we follow the Guru Parampara, and we are only empowered only through Guru's mercy that we can at least stay in a liberated state as long as we are in spiritual service. At
Yes.
the point when you are in spiritual service.
Yes.
That's what I understood, Mataji.
Yes. Realizing spirit soul is not possible without realizing Krishna. It's like a mirror. So you have to realize Krishna, then you will realize yourself. Because only Sat, that is what is impersonal saying. I'm not the body, I'm spirit soul, is spoken even by impersonal people. Mayavadis, impersonalists. But okay, I'm spirit soul. Now what to do? As a body, I know I have to take bath, I have to brush my teeth, I have to eat, I have to go for my work. Some job, at least I have to get married, beget children, something you know to do as a body. Okay, I'm not the body, I'm spirit soul. Now what? So the soul has activity. The soul has a form. So if you simply say, I'm not the body, I'm spirit soul, it's a formlessness. Careful, you should be very careful. So we always say, I'm not the body, I'm spirit soul, I'm servant of Krishna. That identity, that I'm servant of Krishna, I'm part and parcel of Krishna. At least I'm part and parcel of Krishna. As you're part and parcel, the part is supposed to serve the whole. So that is excellent. Okay, very wonderful. Any other question? We are running beyond the time.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes.
So actually, Mataji, actually I'm not able to understanding that how means everything which is enumerated from Krishna is complete and perfect. For example, just we have seen that there is Brahman, there is Paramatma, then there is Bhagavan. So Bhagavan has all 3 features, right? Like Sat, Chit, Anand. But we just seeing that Paramatma is lacking one function, means one function, that is Anand. He doesn't have Anand. Then we are seeing that Brahman is also lacking 2 things, that is Chit and Anand. And also we have seen that means every extension incarnation of Krishna is perfect, but still we know that Krishna is more perfect than any other. Means some incarnation and some expansion have something lagging. So how we can say that it is perfect and complete? And then
very good, very good question. Very good question. Very logical. Krishna is Purna Chandra. Okay. Have you seen Purnima moon? Okay. And have you seen the sky on Amavasya? It's very dark. There's no moon seen by you. We have not seen. But I have a question. On Amavasya day, does the moon exist in the sky or not?
Yes, it exists, but we cannot see.
Yes. Same way, Krishna chooses to show some features and hide some features. He is supreme free will. He has full free will. So naturally, he wants to emanate only light. So in light, the Brahmajyoti is perfect. The Brahmajyoti is perfect and complete because Krishna wants to show only light. So the Purna Chandra is there. Other days you see Pira. Pira means you see full moon, then a little smaller moon, little smaller moon, and a little smaller moon, and a little smaller moon. But the moon is actually there, but to exhibit some features. So Krishna decides to exhibit only certain features. And in that feature, it is complete. For example, the machine is there. The screw is perfect as a screw. A screw is perfect and complete as a screw, not as a machine. So it is complete. Is the screw complete? Yes, it is complete. It has its duty. It has its activity. So external energy has a particular activity. It cannot a replacement of Krishna because Krishna has created it that way. So if an item is created, for example, I am saying this glass after creating, I say that it's perfect. But it doesn't have the features of this bag. This bag has some other feature. But among the bags, this is complete and perfect. Among this, it is complete and perfect. So many packages are emanated. Krishna produces. It is mentioned that emanation or producing, that word is used. So he is producing light as Brahma Jyoti. So as light, it is in light, it is complete and perfect. So same like the moon may decide to only certain portion of the pira. It can show only certain portion of the rest of it, but actually in that form, it is complete only. Same way, the Supreme Lord is present everywhere and everything. Krishna is present. There is nothing where Krishna is not present. Even in material world, Krishna is present. How? In every atom he is present as Paramatma. His every heart is present as Paramatma. He is present as Vishnu and incarnation so many times. And also, material world is sitting inside the stem of the lotus flower in his navel only. How Krishna is absent? Material world, Krishna is not there. Who said? You are sitting in the material world which is in the lotus flower stem of Krishna's navel only. And if you think Krishna is missing, that is your illusion. So Krishna is present in everything and he emanates, he produces something so wonderful that whatever he is producing is complete and perfect in itself, in its own capacity. It's not that whatever Krishna is having, he'll just like a factory. Orange, 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 I'll produce. Not like that. Everything will be same, same, same. Not like that. Whatever is emanating from him is perfect and complete in its own capacity. Is that okay, Akarshak Prabhu? Yes. Okay. If there are no more further questions or comments, you all have an exercise today to do and come before tomorrow because tomorrow night only class. So full day what you will do. So two things are there. One is the sloka that you take time to mug up, no problem. Because second sloka also let it come. And the first thing is you read the invocation purport. Translation and purport. Read the purport. All of you should give maybe 2-3 minutes talk on the purport. We'll start with that tomorrow class. Okay? Okay, Hari Bol. Maunam. Where from all of you learned this dhyana of Mauna?
Very good.
Hari Bol Mataji.
Very
Okay. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. So all of you read it and come. So if you have further discussion and question, we can have it tomorrow. Okay, on Chakalpatarabhyasta, Kripasindhu Bheva Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaha. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Guru Maharaj ki, Jai. So you have two homeworks. People ask whether you'll have homework. So I started thinking. One is learning that sloka, and another is reading this invocation purport. Okay. And tomorrow, get ready for 2-3 minutes. All of you should speak on this.